here we go. Let's press the button. Let us make it live. Yep, that's a back end. That's a green lights on the back end is what that is.
Yeah.
So here is this for you. Oh, interesting. It includes the thumbnail from the last stream. I didn't edit the thumbnail that is associated with the stream because it doesn't make that prominent on the back end. But I guess if I don't, okay, I'm learning things. I'm learning things about having included thumbnails in the stream.
Okay.
I'll fix it next time. I'll fix it for next time.
All right. Crave entertainment. Do you crave entertainment, sweetheart? Do you crave TM entertainment?
I often do. I love TM entertainment.
Pitfall Beyond the Jungle?
I might have to pull the we'll see. I might have to pull the text crawls because it might actually obscure graphics in here.
Right,
yeah, so this is Pitfall Beyond the Jungle. This is in our continuing Pitfall adventures. This is another one. So this one came out. Obviously, it's kind of sort of based on the PlayStation game.
Yeah, this one came out in December of the same year.
Okay.
And this is my understanding, the last Pitfall game that is presently available.
Well, you say all kinds
to play.
Of things. Why don't you let me handle the part where the things happen?
Oh, all right.
You just play the video games like a professional. So,
yep.
Oh, your health meter is getting very low.
No, I noticed that.
But you are doing a great job of murdering creatures with your mining pick, which is a critical feature of the Beyond the Jungle sub-franchise. So this is Crave Entertainment. This is a totally different development team, obviously. It's just it has the same plot. It is a very, very thin, two-dimensional kind of representation, but like even those creatures, like the scorpions, are just wandering back and forth and bumping into you, as opposed to
fucking me up.
Like as opposed to in the 3D version, grabbing you with their tail and swinging you around.
I mean, this definitely feels like a game. It doesn't feel like a Pitfall game. Really,
I was going to say it looks more Pitfall than the 3D version to me, at least.
I mean, it just feels like just one hit. Just one hit does that. All right. It definitely feels like a Game Boy game.
You ever have a grown man just crush your head with a mining pick? Of course it's one hit.
That's fair.
So again, it still feels pretty Turok to me. You're collecting a lot of glowing, floating diamonds, and
oh, I can't reach that. Okay.
Maybe you would have had to have jumped off of the vine just right. So it doesn't seem like it's a very long game. According to what I'm reading here, there are 4 environments. 3 of them have 4 levels, and the last one has 2.
Yeah.
So it probably wouldn't take you all that long to just burn through this whole game. Not that we're going to make you do that.
No, there's the... Okay. Well, at least as a checkpoint. So I'll say that this is more playable than the last few Pitfall games that we've done.
Is it still... Boots is a... Oh, yeah, Boots is a life. That's a weird decision on their part to decide that it's... The thing that really makes a Pitfaller is the shoes.
Yeah, and it's weird because Here's the thing. I feel like Pitfall 2 was an evolution of Pitfall.
Yeah.
Right? And like there are no lives there.
Yeah, Pitfall 2 is like an evolution of Pitfall, and then like Pitfall 3D Beyond the Jungle absolutely just feels like them making the game that people were making at that time as we were trying to figure out 3D platformers and slapping the Pitfall license onto it.
Yeah. Hey, Samhain, was there another Pitfall game after this one?
Yeah, there's a couple. So this one is badly reviewed, mostly. Aaron Curtis of the Los Angeles Times compared it to the Game Boy Color version of Gex Enter the Gecko. Whew.
I didn't know there was such. Damn, Okay, I'm gonna figure this out. At the very least, I'm gonna figure out this one jump.
Silas the Lunarch says, "Morning SB and condolences to Amabel for triggering the unskippable Dragon Ball lore cutscene. I asked her several times during the education about Dragon Ball and the transformations therein if she wanted to keep doing this or if we should just go to bed. And first of all, it was skippable. I want to emphasize, she chose not to skip it. Yeah, you're having a lot of trouble with this vine, Amabel.
Yeah, because
can you only jump off at the very end?
Well, I've been trying to jump off at the very end, and it's.
Well, is what I'm asking.
Try it again.
I might jump off like
doing
a
it
little
wrong
earlier, maybe. And get not so much momentum.
Yeah, maybe.
The Total Games to Game Boy Color said the gameplay was all pretty standard fare, but this is exactly what Pitfall fans will be looking for. It's 1998. How many Pitfall fans are there? Right, because there's this huge gap between like the real Pitfall games and then this weird Beyond the Jungle thing.
Yeah.
And to be clear, this is still, like I said, it is still the plot from the PlayStation game. So there's Mira, you basically have come through a portal because you are horny, and you are going to help this lady rescue her people from the evil Kool-Aid or whatever. The evil orange magic, by using the blue magic, which is good, to defeat it.
Okay, so let's jump off a little earlier.
Yeah, okay. There you go. You can do this. You can clear A level. You did it. You grabbed the magic crystal coconut at the end.
Okay, we got some logs. So that's some classic Pitfall.
That's Pitfall stuff. That's Pitfall stuff. I recognize that.
Yeah, I definitely feel like. All right. Well, this is just okay. I definitely feel like again that the first two Pitfall games were really something quite different than every opportunity they tried to relaunch it since, and they stopped at a certain point. But
yeah, 1987.
No, I mean they
Silas
stopped.
the Lunarch says, also curious about your thoughts, SB, on DBZ Abridged. I have mixed feelings about it, but a lot of nostalgia. We watched the first episode actually last night because I too was sort of curious what my feelings about it would be at this point. Oh,
there is fall damage.
You have a limited amount of falling. That's not super Pitfall, in my opinion.
Well, no, I mean you do take
in Pitfall 2. In Pitfall 2
there is damage in Pitfall. There is it reduces your score.
Yeah, but you can survive a fall of infinite height, right?
I think
it just fucks up your score.
Here's the thing: I'm so good at the game that I haven't done a Fall of Infinite Height, so I can't really tell you.
Well, obviously, all right, okay. Yeah, there's some. I thought a couple of the jokes were still funny. There's definitely some stuff that has not aged great, and you can tell. There's gonna be some stuff. There's gonna be some stuff where you're like, "Ooh, we used to think that was okay, huh?" Listen, comedy always ages kind of badly, right?
Yeah.
Specifically edgy comedy kind of ages badly, and there's a certain period where all comedy was edgy comedy.
Yeah. So
I'm not going to get deep into it, but I do think that it's worth noting that you basically can blame Bobby Kotick for this game existing.
Your score was 0.
That seems harsh.
demoralizing.
You completed an entire level. What is this fucking blue text on a gradient game over screen? You can't put a graphic here? Like one single graphic?
Yeah. So this is the last Pitfall game I'm playing, right?
No, this is not. Why are you so fucking interested in predicting the future? This is Pitfall Beyond the Jungle, released in December of 1998 for the Game Boy Color. When did the Game Boy Advance start being a thing?
I didn't even know there was a Game Boy Color until you gave me this legal copy.
Until I handed you a Game Boy Color, obviously.
Yeah.
With this game in it. And then we pointed one of our many, many real-life cameras at it.
Right, that's what's happening here.
Yeah, apparently the Game Boy Advance is like 2001. I had no idea. I never had any of the Nintendo handhelds after the original, like, toaster edition Game Boy. Because that is how old I am. What do you think of that one, Amabel? What do you think of Pitfall Beyond the Jungle, especially as compared to Pitfall 3D Beyond the Jungle?
I probably like this one more than Pitfall 3D Beyond the Jungle, because Pitfall 3D feels like, it's still trying to figure out how to make games in that space.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just a very mediocre, average, by the numbers 2D platformer. And they know how to do those. So, like, it's as good as any of those,
Okay.
But it's nothing particularly special either. I would say I enjoyed this more than the NES Pitfall.
Sure.
Which, was pretty abominable.
Yeah, which you did not like, I remember. I mean, it looks bad.
It does look bad. It is bad, but it's it's a familiar kind of bad, I guess. I don't know. Are you in the gas cave?
We are in the gas cave. Yeah. Stream okay. Phase 1 of the stream is complete. We have learned about Pitfall for the week.
Yeah.
The way that we always must, due to the curse that was put on us by the Atari witch. We upset a lot of witches around here. It's not my fault. I have a very abrasive personality. Which somehow is not my fault. So we're doing something different today. We're changing things up a little bit. Let me just get some stuff in here. Okay, just setting up some game options, because you cannot mess with the options once you have sent out the invites on BoardGameArena. So, we're going to be playing a board game.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love a board game? Is it you, Amabel? Are you the one? Admit it.
I do like some board games.
Okay, so do you want to set the table for this one a little bit? Haha, get it?
Sure. Hang on. Should we get an invite from you, or have you?
Yeah, maybe someday. Would you fucking do the thing I'm asking? I'm getting to it.
Set the table, right? So we're gonna be playing a game called Feast for Odin, which was designed by Uwe Rosenberg. This is a game that you and I have played a few times together.
Mm-hmm.
I am very bad at it. You routinely have like double my score. I'm just gonna put that out there at the start, so I don't feel like upset or stressed while we're playing. Is the plan. And it is a Rosenberg game. If you're familiar with his games, chat. He's the fellow that did Agricola. Le Havre, Caverna. So he tends to do games that are worker placement Euro-y games with a lot of like little stresses and a lot of there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of different little cards that do different little things. Is the thing he likes to do in these kind of games, and there's a lot of that. Feast for Odin is a very big game. I for a long time said I was never going to spend 3 digits on a board game, like ever. Just would not be a thing I would do. And I did buy this game for us, and it was more than 3 digits, but there is a lot of game. So it's the one that made me. Well, I also spent 3 digits for Skittle Tacto, but it's the one I'm proud of that made me.
That's a sort of a different concern. Yeah, so people who have been around the channel for a long enough time will remember Feast for Odin, because I have played the solo mode. But I would hesitate to guess how long ago that was. It was a very very long time ago, and it is now on BoardGameArena, which is an okay way to play a game like this. Let me tell you, there's some things I really like a Feast for Odin a lot, but playing it on a physical table with physical pieces, there are some bummers about it, where it's just there's so many little bits, and you have to clean them up after the game's over.
It is so much better physical than it is digital. I can't even begin to.
Fake Alex Blue says, Amabel saying Uwe Rosenberg like he's not a household name in her household. He is a household name, and we always say his full name. It's a pleasant name to say. It's nice to say Uwe Rosenberg.
Well, I'm also.
Although I'm putting sort of a weird sort of French spin on it almost. Rosenberg.
I think I'm also, trying to, because there might be people in the audience who aren't familiar with. Like, I don't know how many people in your audience are into board games.
Yeah, I never do
about.
either. So let me explain how this game works briefly. Okay, here's the roundometer. Feast for Odin is a game that is played over the course of 7 rounds. You can see here the phases of each round. So I wish that this could be on screen at the same time as all the other boards, because this is like a critical part of understanding what's going on. But we're going to be spending most of our time in phase 5. So listen, here's how it goes. Every turn, you have a certain number of Vikings in your thing. This area here is called the thing in the rules. Apparently, this is appropriate Viking terminology. Every new round will start by taking 1 Viking from your table over here and adding it to your thing. So every round we're going to have more and more Vikings to play with. And then some stuff's going to happen, and we'll talk about that stuff sort of in detail as the first round is going on. But the basic idea of it is we will take the Vikings from our thing, and we will take turns during phase 5, placing them onto this big board of actions. You can see there are quite a few actions. They've made the board pretty small in the PGA interface, which is fine for me, but it might be better for people who are not already familiar with the game if this thing were larger. Okay, I can make it larger. So you can see the action spaces are divided into columns and rows here. The column that an action space is in determines how many Vikings you have to put onto the space to play it. So there are 1, 2, 3, and 4 Viking actions, and then this 5th column of actions that only take 1 or 2 Vikings, but if you play one of these, it ends your round. You are done for the round after you do one of these things. If you play a 3 Viking action, you also get to draw a card from the big deck of 600 professions, and we are using the full deck this time. If you play a 4 Viking action, you get to play a profession card from your hand, and if you play one of these final column ones with 2 Vikings, you also get to play a profession card from your hand. Profession cards look like this. They have such a huge range of things on them that we cannot even really, like, we're just gonna have to interpret them as we see them. And yeah, that's the game. We'll take turns taking actions. It seems like there's a lot, but they're sort of arranged in terms of like the idea that they represent in a way that I think makes them fairly easy to follow once we really get going here. So sorry, let me get this back up. So at the beginning of every round, on some rounds we will get some food, some vegetables from the harvest. We'll draw a weapon card. We'll take our actions. And then whoever played last becomes the start player for the next round. Then we take our income. So this is my player board right here. You can see my player board. My player board has an income diagonal stretching diagonally across it. During the income phase, we each get an amount of money based on an amount of money equal to the lowest revealed value on our income diagonal. So right now, the lowest revealed value is a 0 here. But over the course of the game, we're going to be gaining these little tiles. You can see these little tiles, rectangles and squares and other weird shapes. And we're going to have the ability to use them to cover up parts of our board according to various rules. The ultimate goal of the game is to do an awful lot of covering up your board because, as you can see here, the starting board has a lot of these spaces that say -1 in them. These are victory points. You start the game at something like -80 points. If you would like to do well in the game, you have to cover up an awful lot of negative points. And over the course of the game, we will have the ability to expand to new lands and build buildings and stuff, and all of the new boards that we're going to take to do those things also are covered in negative victory points. So a lot of the game is about acquiring tiles and Tetrising them together to fit on your various boards to cover up all the bad stuff and take advantage of all of the good stuff. So as we cover up these spaces on our income diagonals, our income will rise and rise. The rule for covering up a space on your income diagonal is, in order to cover it, you must also have covered all of the spaces below it and to its left and diagonally below it and to the left. So like in order to cover the 1, I will have to have covered all 3 of these spaces first. In order to cover the 2, I will have to cover these 2 and these 2 and these 4. Spaces that have a printed object on them are considered to already be covered, and we'll come back to what these are in just a second. Then after income, animal breeding. Any kind of animal that you have at least 2 of gets a breeding step. So for most animals, that means one animal, a pregnant animal will deliver, or a non-pregnant, if you don't have a pregnant animal, one of the animals gets pregnant. And then we will feast. This is the titular feast, where we must consume red and blue tiles, which, as you can see here, represent food of various kinds, flax and vegetables and meats. We have to cover up as many spaces as are empty at the bottom of the table in order to feed our village. So as we continue taking Vikings off of the table to be able to do more and more things, we also require more and more food to be able to feed everybody. And there are some rules here regarding the placement of those things. You cannot place yellow good, or you cannot place like orangey. Are we calling these orange or yellow? Let's just settle this right now. The vegetable type foods, are they orange or are they yellow?
They are orange.
Okay, I think orange is good too. Let's say orange. So you can't put orange goods adjacent to orange goods. You can't put red goods adjacent to red goods. You can eat silver, the coins, but silver is straight up victory points at the end of the game. So it feels bad to eat a lot of silver. Also, it's probably not great for your, human body. And also, if you eat more than one of any particular type of tile, all of the instances of that tile after the first have to be placed sideways. So for some foods, that's not a big deal. Beans or milk, for example, are square, and when you put them on your table sideways, they cover the same amount of distance. But like grain, which is 1/4, is really good the first time it's in a meal and very, very bad the second and third times. So you have to be smart and diverse with the foods you have available. Vikings like to have variety in their diet, right? It helps keep their coat glossy.
Yeah.
For every space that you fail to be able to feed, for every space that you don't have enough food for, you take a -3 points penalty token. It's pretty harsh. Doesn't usually happen, but is a thing. It is a thing we are all working assiduously to avoid. After you feast, we look at all of our boards and we get bonus resources. So this is what these printed tiles on the boards are. During the bonus phase, every one of these that you have completely surrounded on all 8 sides yields whatever is printed in the space. So if we completely surround this one, we will get a wood, which is a crafting material. There's some stone here. There's a horn of mead, which is a red tile, which is nice for breaking up your food. This here is a rune stone, which is a blue tile. Blue tiles are extremely valuable. We receive bonus tiles, and then some other automatic things will happen. We'll talk about those when we get to them. And then a new round starts, and we play that way until round 7. You can see here it's marked right on the board. The game ends after the feast phase of round 7. And at that time, we total up all of our positive points and all of our negative points. And whosoever should have the most victory points is the winner. It's a board game. You've seen these before. Or maybe you haven't, but if you're around here, you're gonna see them. So, Amabel, do you have thoughts about this game that you would like to express before we get going?
No, I mean, I don't understand how to play it. Well, I mean, you just explained it. I don't understand how to do it well. I'm getting better each time. What's fun this time, though, is that we are playing with this expansion, so it's a completely different set of actions.
Yes, we don't have the expansion for our physical game, so it is there's a totally different action board. It is a lot of components and actions. This is in my opinion, and I know in Amabel's opinion as well, Rosenberg's most complicated game. Although Fields of Arl definitely has a lot of stuff going on too. It is a lot, but like I said, you'll kind of get the idea that the things are like arranged into groups on the board in ways that kind of connects them as ideas. And of course, if you're playing the BGA implementation yourself, the game has really clear mouse over English language. Like if you're ever confused about anything, it's super, super easy to play. This is a really good board game arena adaptation, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So in addition to all that stuff, we have started the game with a small amount of resources here. Everybody starts the game with 3 weapon cards, a harpoon, a snare, and a bow and arrow, which are used for the various hunting actions, and one mead, which is just a red 2x1 food, and a shed, a personal shed. So your personal shed is a building that has 2 different sides. You pick which side you want to build. When you play the build a shed action, instead of building a normal shed, you can build your artisan shed, and at that time you pick which side you want to build. And they're different, and they give you some different things to focus on. In addition, we've both been dealt 2 starting professions, and we get to pick one of these cards to keep. So this also gives us a little something to focus on in the early game. So let's talk about the primary rules of placing tiles on your board. You can see here, they're written on the board, but this is a little small. No, I can't really make that any bigger. Never mind. Basically, we can only place green and blue tiles onto our boards. Green tiles cannot be placed orthogonally adjacent to each other, but there are no placement limitations for blues. Blues can touch and whatever. We can also place silver directly onto our board. Like I said, each point of silver that you have left is worth a point at the end of the game. And in addition, it's just silver is very valuable. You have a lot of opportunity to buy things in this game, and you will use your silver for that. We can also place ore, the building material ore, which is just little black cubes, onto our board to cover spaces. So basically, orange and red tiles are for eating. Green and blue tiles are treasure. They are for covering up your boards. There are some exceptions to those things, so we'll talk about them, but You, as people who are just watching and not playing the game, don't necessarily need to know everything right away. Yeah, what's up, Amabel?
I need to know something.
What do you need to know?
So you can see my two-sided artisan shed.
I can.
Okay. What the ice house that needs to be a fish and a whalebone placed on there to cover those? Is that
yes,
what that
those
means?
are specifically a space that can only accept a fish and a space that can only accept a whale meat.
Okay, that's interesting. All right, I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, so you can see one of her starting sheds has a green good available on it as a bonus, but it requires her to get a particular high value red tile in order to be able to surround it. So it's a sort of an interesting goal to pursue. So you can see a lot of these boards, they'll have like a positive point value in the upper left, and then they'll have a bunch of negatives drawn on them. And so they're slightly valuable to take right away, but you really want to cover up those negatives. As far as picking an occupation card to start the game with, let's take this one. I like this one a bunch. I'm not going to say what it is out loud. Okay,
yeah,
so...
because I don't know what she has, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Okay.
You can see there, for the start of the first turn, we received our first harvest, which is just some basic vegetables. You can see the harvest schedule here. You get a small harvest on the first turn, a slightly larger harvest on the second turn, no harvest on the third turn, so you got to make sure you've been saving food. And then you can see every other turn for the rest of the game, you get some more stuff. So, Amabel, you are first.
I have the first move.
We each have 6 Vikings to play with, and we can peek at Amabel's player board here at any time.
Yeah. I'm going to use 2 of my Vikings on the mountain and trade space that is in the second row for 3. I take 3 things from the mountain strip.
3 resources from 1 mountain strip and draw 2 cards. So, mountain strips look like this. There's a number of them. You start with 2 of them out, and a new one will be dealt out each turn. Whenever you are taking resources from a mountain, you always take them from the left. So she'll be grabbing either the 3 wood from this mountain or 2 wood and a stone from this mountain. And you can see here, Amabel took wood, stone, like I said, and now it is our turn. And so she can use that wood and stone up here in these building spaces to construct sheds and boats and houses of various types. The boats enable actions down here in the sailing area. You can see each one of these things has a little a specification on the right what kind of boat it requires. And the sheds are additional boards that have points on them, and you can put goods on and stuff. So you've left that mountain strip showing ore, silver. Gee. I mean, there's some pretty good stuff there.
Yeah.
We have 6 Vikings. Part of me wants to just go super hard and play this space that takes the remaining 4 objects off of that mountain. I'd be committing most of my Vikings right away, but and we're both going to be trying a little bit to keep an eye on chat here, but obviously there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
This is a thing where ideally you'd have even another person.
Well, so what I have 2 monitors because I'm a fancy lady.
Well, we both have multiple.
I have the
monitors.
chat in one monitor and the game in another.
Yeah, that's.
And luckily, you take some amount of human time to take your turn. And during that time,
I'm working on it. I'm figuring. It does feel like going to the mountain is wise. So we should also talk about this upgrade action here in the mountain area. To upgrade a tile is to change that tile's color. It's more obvious with the physical tiles because they're actually printed on the backs of each other. But you can upgrade an orange tile by turning it red, a red tile by turning it green, or a green tile by turning it blue, maintaining the same size. So these upgrade actions are certainly very valuable. I know that I would also like some building materials. but you've left them in kind of a weird, like, it's not possible for me to get both wood and stone now without taking the get 4 action and using it on the front side of this mountain, which I don't think I want to do. Yeah, you put me in a weird spot here.
You're welcome.
Because I do like to get boats early, and you know I like to get boats early, and so I think this was partially a sort of a targeted play against me getting an early boat. All right, well, what I'm going to do, I think, is let's get some wood to work with. I'm just going to take a single Viking over here, and select the wood from 2 wood off of the front of this mountain.
Okay.
Get some stuff to build with.
I'm gonna build a whaling boat.
Okay, not a big surprise. So there are 3 different types of boats. The Gnar and the longboat are mostly used for enabling. The Gnar is mostly used for enabling like economic actions here, like trading. The longboat is mostly used for raiding. And then there's the little whaling boat, which is mostly used for this action, whaling. But all 3 of the boats can be used to discover more islands, depending on the particular requirements printed on the different island boards. Okay, so you got that down right away. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build my artisan shed, just right off the bat here. And I'm going to build it in Mason's Shed mode. So we now have this additional board. You can see here, food tiles can be used on this board. Orange tiles can be placed here, but not adjacent, orthogonally adjacent to each other. Reds also can be placed here, but not orthogonally adjacent to each other. And then greens and blues can be placed without limit. Silver, no ore. Okay, your turn.
All right, I want to go big and try to whale.
Okay, she's just going straight for it. So the whaling boat is an interesting option. So first of all, she's played a 3 Viking action, so she gets to draw an occupation card. She can do that before or after her action. She drew.
Yeah.
And now she must perform whaling. So there's a 12-sided die involved in this. You roll a 12-sided die, and then if you roll a value low enough that you can reduce it to 0 by spending harpoon cards and wood from your supply, then doing so allows you to take, you can see those tiles there. So a 2x1 green, a 3x2 green, and that big 3x3 whale meat that we know she has additional value for. If you don't roll a low enough number, you're allowed to re-roll up to 2 times. If you end up never hitting a number low enough that you feel comfortable or are capable of spending for it, then you get back 2 of your Vikings, and you also receive a wood and a harpoon as consolation try again later prizes.
Yeah, which so I only have 2 harpoons and 1 wood, so I would need to have a 3 or less.
You need to hit a 3 or lower.
And I think even then, even if I roll lucky,
if you roll low enough, you are allowed to choose not to pay.
Right, which gives me my 2 Vikings back. I've gotten an occupation card, and I get some stuff to make whaling a little easier next time.
Yeah, whaling is an interesting space because it's pretty good even if you fail. All right, a 7. Obviously, 7's not going to work. Your rolls go into the log, so we can see them too. An 8 is even worse. A 1. Will you pay 1 harpoon card for all of those whaling proceeds?
2 green ones, which.
Oh yeah, you can see here up here. You can see what our current scores are. So Amabel's at -83, and I am at -86. Amabel, you're winning.
Okay, so like. Here's the thing.
The whale. In case you're wondering why that is, the whaling boat has 3 points printed on it. Is what's going on there.
I do that, and then my turn's over.
Yeah.
Like for this round.
Oh, you mean those? Yeah, because you have no Vikings left. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm probably going first next round no matter what, because you're 4 Vikings out to my 2.
Okay, I think I'll take it, but I feel bad about it.
I think it's good.
Wait,
There's a lot
1
of...
minus 1 equals 0.
What's up?
Wait, why do I have a minus?
Because you got to pay resources. The UI is asking you to select the resources used to pay for the thing. There you go. So you can see here the collection of tiles that she has.
Didn't take any resources from me.
That's true. It didn't take any resources from you. Oh, whaling vessels have a printed ore on them. The whaling vessel reduces the value by 1.
Have we been playing with that?
We have not been playing that correctly. I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess,
so that's another thing about that is there's a slot for ore on the whaling boat, and if you put an ore on the whaling boat, it reduces the value of the die by 1. There's also a printed ore on the whaling boat, which is right there. It's very visible. So it turns out a 1 is free. All right, and then Amabel has spent all of her Vikings, so she's out. So we got 4 dudes left, and all the time in the world to decide what to do with them. We could spend 2 wood to make a Gnar here, which is first of all a 5-point boat, which is not nothing, and then secondly that'll open up some cool exploration stuff for us. It's worth noting as well that you can always just buy a boat. At any point during your turn, you can spend silver equal to the victory point cost of a boat to just purchase it. But we have no silver right now and no easy way of getting silver. I am looking at this shed and thinking I would like to cover up some of this stuff this turn if possible. So in order to do that, we have a pretty small amount of food. We need to feed 6 tiles worth of Viking right now. So like, for example, it would be very easy to feed like this, right? Oops, don't turn sideways, just pick up. There we go. Right, this covers our food. Doesn't leave us with a lot to play with. So if we want to have food to eat, but also cover up stuff on our board, we're going to have to go get some food somehow. Well, one thing we can do, so we have a bow and a wood. I'm going to try hunting. So you see here, hunting is a little bit like whaling. It uses the bow cards and the wood as currency. You only get to roll a d8 for this, which is obviously a little bit better. I say only get to, but it's good. You want to roll low numbers, so the d8 is better. I rolled a 1, so that rules. I'm gonna call that a success. Wait, did I? Oh, sorry. Okay, I see. Yep, you're right. The UI is a little unclear. Okay, so I pay my bow card. I receive a 3x1 green tile, which is cool, and also this big piece of game meat, which we're going to lay right here. But in order to do that, remember, we have to cover up all the spaces to the right or to the left of those income numbers. So we need to acquire a little bit more food for that, or I need to sort of redesign what I'm doing here. Well, I'll tell you, actually, we could lay our existing flax right here and then put the game meat there. And then if we can just put like a coin or an ore down there, we're all set. We have 3 Vikings left. I mean, maybe the thing we should do is go to the mountain. Unfortunately, paying 3 Vikings to take 3 things off a mountain and grab 2 upgrades. The upgrades are a little superfluous because we're planning to put all of our tiles down basically already. It would be cool to be able to catch some fish. I mean, we do have 2 of the cards that are necessary for catch fish. Maybe we just try catching fish too. Like, you have 3 chances to roll a 2 or a 1, right? The odds aren't that bad.
Now who's winning? It's you.
Is it me? It might be. I'm gonna try catching fish. Let's try to get lucky again. We roll a 5. That's not very good. A 3. That's not gonna work. And a 4. So we whiff it. And we receive, as consolations, a harpoon and a snare for trying again later. That unfortunately did cost us a dude. So now we got 2 guys left. We can go to the mountain for just 1 thing and upgrade 1 tile. Because all we need is 1... Oh, but you can't place ore on these boards. So I need a coin. Specifically, I need a coin to finish this board. And we'd like to do it before the income phase because we can get a point of income off of this income diagonal. So with 2 Vikings left, how am I going to get a coin and also valuable stuff? There are not really a lot of ways to generate money. No, I know what we're going to do. We're going to play this space. We're going to put down 2 Vikings to allow us to pay a wood to gain a blue 2x2 and 1 coin. And then we're going to cover our boards thusly. So let me turn this sideways and place it here. Place our single coin right there. And then with all the spaces to the left of that covered, we can cover up our 2 income diagonal spaces. And look at that. Now we've got 2 bonus goods and that all set. And on our home board, we can take our 2x2 blue and cover up the basic, just the lower corner of this income diagonal. And there we go. All right, it's about to be income time. So this is, you may place goods on your boards before receiving income to make sure that your income diagonals are in the state that you'd like them to be in. This leaves us with a green 3x1, and I think that's just going to stay in my inventory. We're not going to place that on anything just yet. All right, place goods on the feast board. I am good with my feast board. Amabel, how are you looking over there? So you can see Amabel has also covered up her basic, the lower end of her income thing with that big whalebone tile that she played. Amabel, have you set up your feast board?
Yeah.
Okay, and you can see she's doing the same thing we're doing.
Yeah.
All right, then you place additional goods on your boards before we're about to move into the bonus phase here. Nobody had any animals to breed. So yeah, we're all set for our bonus phase. So we're just going to hit done here. And we received, you can see here, a stone and a green beans, and then at the beginning of the next turn, received harvests, so we got more vegetable tiles to work with. We drew sword. Amabel drew harpoon.
Mm-hmm.
And the mountains have been updated. So every turn, the leftmost remaining item comes off of each of the mountain tiles, and then a new mountain tile is dealt out, fresh with hot resources. Because we were the person who played last, we are the moose. We are the first player. And now, with some resources and 3 money and stuff, we get to open this round. I'm pretty happy with how that first round went for me.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
So I don't have any boats yet. I don't love that. What do the mountain strips look like? Okay, I think I'm gonna steal your move. I'm gonna do what you did last time. 3 resources off a mountain strip plus 2 weapon cards. Boy. So part of me wants to go here because this setting up 2 wood, 2 stone is very valuable. There's a highly valuable action that requires 2 wood and 2 stone. But also, three items can be ore and 4 silver. The last spaces on the mountain boards are a pair of silver coins, and gosh, that's good. That's a lot of money. I'm gonna stick to my plan. I'm gonna do this thing. You're up, Amabel.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just okay. I'm gonna get out of this screen. All right. So first thing I'm gonna. No, I think it has to be that.
The mountain boards are in quite a state. There's a lot of exposed advanced resources.
Okay, I'm paying a stone to play an occupation.
Okay. So you've
Just
played
the milkman.
Milkman. Each time you use one of the weekly market action spaces, also receive 1 milk. So that's any space that extends up into this row. So all these big spaces that have lots of goods on them. That I think is very good. It seems like a powerful one. I'm gonna do the big thing that we just prepared for. So I'm gonna pay 2 stone and 2 wood to get either a longhouse and a gnar or a stone house and a longship. We also get to play our occupation card. We'll go ahead and play the 1 occupation card that we have here. It's Scribe. Every time I take an action in the exploration or emigration area, I get a runestone, which is a 2x1 blue. So we're going to
had that last time we played.
You did. That's why I didn't want to say the name of it, because I knew you would know what it was. We're going to take the longship plus the stonehouse option. So the stonehouse here, as we fill it up, is going to give us access to a green bonus, a green 3x1 bonus, which is cool. And also it has places to store additional building resources later. The longhouse is actually a very powerful thing that has a bunch of bonus food that you can get coming out of it, and it has a lot of victory points on it. But I really, really want the longship. I want to do some longship stuff.
Yeah.
And you got to have a longship to do longship stuff. That's the rules.
I'm gonna grab an island.
Okay.
Which I'm gonna grab Lofoten. And it's only 4 points, but
so you can see here each island describes in the top right which boats are able to grab it. So Amabel is picking up this island. It has its own income diagonal. It has its own available bonus spaces.
Yeah.
It has its own negative victory points. So this is a 4-point island that has minus 17 in negative victory points on it. But there's a lot to be said for like being able to get a fish every turn for free. It's a red 3x1 tile. Like you can eat very well off of the fishing from Lofoten. So unfortunately, that's the exploration. She used the exploration space that only takes 1 Viking. I was going to do something like that probably. I was going to take an island if we were able to. Us only having 1 Viking left, it was going to have to be that space. So now that we have a longship, we've unlocked the ability to go raiding or pillaging. Raiding and pillaging use the dice to try to roll high values in order to plunder goods from the English, basically. Go sail out and fight the English. We have 1 Viking left, so like it's not a horrible idea, raiding. We also could receive 2 different resources and upgrade a tile. I think I'm gonna probably we have a lot of cards. A lot of them are swords. You know what I might do? Let's do this action. With our final Viking, I'm going to play this 5th column action, get coin and herbs and mead. We had no red tiles to help break up our food. So that's going to help tremendously. All right, and then it's Amabel's turn, and you still have 5 Vikings left. I really played out fast this round.
Okay. Well, I'm going to build my ice house.
Okay. Right, makes sense. You've got that whale meat sitting around from that successful whaling trip.
Yeah. And then
you can complete that very easily from there. Cat of Nine Tails in the chat says, now I want to get back to playing some Northgard. Yep, okay, I hear that.
All right, I think I'm going to go to the weekly market.
Okay.
With 4 people.
Wow, okay. So that's a 2x3 blue tile and an herbs tile. And you can see here, a lot of these weekly market tile spaces are better if you have some livestock. You get extra resources.
Which I don't.
Keep in mind though, she's getting free milk from her milkman, and because that was a 4 Viking space, she also gets to play a card. So she's played Village Leader. At the start of the feast, if you have 1 clothing in your supply, receive 2 silver. What a weird card. You'll notice these cards are of wildly varying value, and part of the way they offset them is they also have victory points on them. Generally speaking, if a card has 3 victory points on it, you're playing it because it has 3 victory points on it more than for the effect. But if you get that off even like once or twice, it's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it is about to be income time. Let's talk about our situation. I didn't really gain any tiles for placing stuff. I don't think I'm going to do any fiddling with my board. We could place like the 3x1 here, and then a silver and a silver, and it doesn't affect our income because the next visible thing will still be a 2, but it would let us get mead as a bonus. And again, it is nice to have some red food income because all of the harvest goods are orange. But I think I'm gonna skip this for now. I'm just gonna take the income we got last time, which is 1 from our 1 from our shed here, and then 2 from our main board. Okay, now it's time to feast, so let's eat. We're going to use the grain. Wait, maybe I'm not going to use the grain. I'm going to use the mead for sure. It's probably going to be just like this. The thing is, I kind of want to hold on to you. Maybe we just eat the herbs. I know there's like a weirdly shaped tile that could theoretically be upgraded to do other things. I have a specific idea for what I want to do with the flax. So we're gonna eat like that. Amabel's doing this thing, of course. That milk, very helpful. All right, I'm not gonna change anything before bonus time. We're just gonna get our same beans and stone bonus. How you doing over there, Amabel? Okay, yeah, you can see Amabel has built up a thing here quite a bit. So that Lofoten's paying out 3 coins per turn already, and also you're getting the fish. Yeah. And also you're getting the barrel. Yeah, you've set up strong here. You're in a really good position.
Fish and barrel's pretty good. Yeah. I'm trying to think if I want to use my coins now to get that pelt as well.
Hello, Lana. Welcome. So, hey, can you answer me a question real quick? Did the stream have a thumbnail showing Next Fest on it when you saw it on your channel pages? Or did it have the gas thumbnail? I've been messing with the stuff on the back end, obviously, and I'm not 100% sure how it appeared to other. I guess I could go look myself. I should probably just go look myself.
Okay. So I got my fish, I got my pelt, I got my barrel. That's pretty all right.
There's a new Jazzy Moo song.
That's a name I haven't thought of in a long time.
Okay, yeah, it's got a thumbnail that does not suggest what the thing. All right, I gotta fix that. Okay, sorry. Anyway, paying attention to the stream. I'm doing the thing. So we have been dealt out some new stuff. We drew a snare card. There's a new mountain out. Okay. Where are you at here? You are the moose since you went last turn.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start with a 3.
Okay, 3 resources from Mountain Strip and 2 tile upgrades. Interesting.
Yeah. Exactly 2 miles.
So which mountain are you hitting? Ore coins is pretty good. Stone ore coins. Yeah, there's lots of.
Yeah, so I did the whatchamacallit.
Cool, thanks. It's descriptive and helpful.
I did stone or coins.
Okay. And you can see she's upgraded 2 of her green tiles into blue tiles so that they're not going to cause collision problems. I think I'm just going to go ahead and get 2 resources from a mountain strip action for 1 Viking, and we're just going to take this one that's all silver. Look at all the silver I have. So I'm going to be honest, I don't have like a strong plan right now. But I do have 11 silver, and that feels like a start. Okay, I think I see a plan here.
All right, I have food. What do I want to do here? I want to. Okay, I have stone. Yeah, I need a little bit of wood. And I'll get another upgrade while I'm at it. So I'm going to upgrade that one.
Okay. Grain becomes salt meat. The upgrade is themed as trading, not, using your magical spinning wheel to turn wheat into meat. You just paint it red and tell the Vikings that it's meat. They won't be able to tell the difference. I'm gonna take the pay 1 flax to receive 1 linen action. Look at that. Now I'm doing trade. So how many Vikings you got left? You still got a lot. We're both playing them out a little slower this time. No immediate slam dunk 4s.
Hang on.
You can't make
sheds. Those are sheds. And that's a longhouse is the big long one, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So for the building actions, the 1 Viking building is the one you can only put wood and stone in. The 2 Viking building is the one with the skin on it, the fur, and the 3 Viking building is the big one you can get food out of.
Yeah, let's do some hunting.
Yeah, so Cat of Ninetails says, wait, isn't flax to linen not trading but actually turning one thing into another? Yes, it is. See, it's not in the trade lines. It's in the crafting line. Okay, you went hunting. You hunted very fast because your die rolls were extremely bad.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised you didn't take the... Oh, right. I was going to say, you have 4 bows, but that's because you got a bow when you failed.
Right.
You weren't willing to pay 3 bows and your only wood. That makes sense. Okay, I'm going to do something magical. Amabel, are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready for magical plays? Try not to sound so excited.
I'm ready. I'm ready for your magic.
Okay. I think we're gonna go get an island, is what we're gonna do. So you may notice we haven't talked about it, but some of the islands have begun to accumulate money on them. The island boards flip over at various points in the game. You can see there's a schedule for this on my player board. All of the islands all the island boards marked A flipped over this turn, and every island board that wasn't marked A got 2 silver put on it. So over the course of the game, the islands become more valuable. The ones that have not been getting picked will become more valuable. But I think we're gonna take. I think we're gonna hit this. This looks valuable to me. So let's go. Let's play the 1 Viking version of this action, allowing me to go and snatch. Faroe Islands has a sheep bonus on it, which is pretty nuts. But I think I'm going to stick to my plan. I think I'm going to use my longboat to go and explore the island of Limerick. So 10 positive points and a mere 26 negative points. Overwhelmingly genius plays here. You have spent some wood to build a gnar. Okay. All right. So I'm going to now.
Oh, I did the wrong boat. Oh shit. Well. Oh well. Oh well. Oh, that's. Okay.
That is a shame. I'm sorry, sweetie.
Yeah.
You confirmed your
See,
turn.
if we're playing the game physically, we're like, wait, let me take that back. I can't do that now.
Yeah, I mean they do. Again, they do try to give you room. You hit a button labeled confirm.
No, I get it. I get it. It's my fault, but
I think I'm going to. I'm gonna take. So you have 1 Viking left. I have 5. Yeah, I know what my actions are, and these are not contentious in any way because I don't want to do anything that only costs 1 Viking anymore. So I'm going to pay this action. Wait, no, undo. Sorry, that was the wrong button. This action. The three Viking get animals action. Let's go ahead and draw a card. What did I draw? Wait, how do I see? Where's my hand of cards? Because I can see what I have in play here. Oh, there it is. Here we go. Anytime and any number of times you can... Oh, fascinating. What an interesting profession. So, this is pay bean and 2 coins to get 2 of sheep or pig. I think I'm going to get a pair of pigs. So the thing about pigs, you can see all of the animals have victory points printed on them, and then of course they breed during animal breeding and just produce more. They're also red tiles, so you can eat them, and they also are fairly large tiles, so you can upgrade them and then put them on your board. Pigs reproduce every turn. There's no pregnant pig. It's just if you have 2 pigs, you get a new pig. Sheep take they have a cycle. I think I'm going to take the pigs. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the pigs. Maybe that's foolishness.
I'll just do this simple.
Okay, you're just going to craft a stone into a rune stone, get some silver out of it. And I'm going to take my final action as... Remember, this is why I wanted to hold on to that flax. I'm going to take the linen I made out of the flax plus the fur I got earlier and craft some clothing. All right. It's about to be income time. We now have this massive green tile, this 3x4 green tile with which to augment our income. And I think what I'm going to do with it is just place it here, but obviously doing that is going to require us to cover up some of these spaces. And I don't have a huge number of tiles for that. Remember, we got a runestone for taking an exploration action, thanks to our scribe ability here, but I am actually just going to put a bunch of silver on this board in order to enable this. So let's go. It's going to be silver, silver. The silver that we're putting down on the -1 point things, this is at least point neutral, because we're effectively gaining a point by spending a point there. Put the runestone there, and then that enables us to cover this with the clothing, and that's 3 more income. And I think that's all I'm going to do income-wise for now. But now we have a 3 plus a 1 plus a 2. So we're expanding. We're doing stuff. You got 7 this turn. Nice. Well done. It is time to eat. Unfortunately, eating is going to be a little expensive for us. So you can't put orange goods next to orange goods. I don't think I want to eat a pig. I suppose I could. The pigs reproduced already, so I could eat a pig and still have a breeding pair. But I think I'm going to pay 2 points to preserve the 1 point of the pig, plus the ability to upgrade that pig tile later. So yeah, we'll just eat some silver. It's fine. How's your stuff going?
I'm covering stuff up. Very, very. It's a little tedious, the clicking and dragging the coins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're certainly putting down a lot of coins. Yeah, wow.
Bonuses.
Yeah. Okay. Do I want to? So we got our income already. Now we may cover for bonuses if we want. I think I'm not going to stress about it too much more this turn, but we definitely want to get these good limerick bonuses running by next turn. For now, am I holding 11 coins? I guess I don't have to, right? I could put down a fairly serious amount of money. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to just hold this money. I don't know exactly what I'm doing with it, but okay, this is a harvest turn. Great news for us. Look at all of the food. Again, none of it red. Let's keep that in mind. So you have a whaling vessel and a gnar. I just have a longboat. So we have no overlap on our ship actions.
Yeah. I meant to get a longboat so I could do some raiding. Because you always last time we played, you were like, you never do raiding or plundering, pillaging, and that's insanely powerful actions that you're missing. I'm gonna do it this time. Okay, and I built the wrong fucking ship.
I didn't say insanely necessary, but it's very good.
I mean, sweetheart, when we play a game, you describe one action as insane at least once, and then you describe me as insane, but derogatory at least once. So
this is slander. Okay. I'm looking at my options here. I'm thinking, I'm figuring. I think I know some stuff I want to do, but I'm gonna open with just little baby mountain action, because there's a mountain that has ore and silver exposed, and I'm just gonna take all that. Okay. So who's concerned about the huge number of negative victory points? It is large, right? We're still -70 to -69. You are winning, so congratulations on that.
Doesn't feel like I'm winning. Wait, why did I not get that stone? Oh, because of the 3. Oh, shit. Okay, I see. Well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this space has to be covered for that stone to be completely surrounded. And that's going to require...
I was counting on that
this
stone,
and all
too.
of that stuff.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, that's always tricky when there is a bonus tile that is adjacent to a space that's on your income diagonal. Those can be hard to earn. Like that's why this island has a sheep. Like there's a sheep on this island, and that's a crazy powerful bonus, but it's next to the highest coverable income space.
Give me the boat I want.
Actually, in order to surround this sheep, you must first fill all of this space, right? Man, Wexford has a horse income. That's pretty cool. Anyway, I don't need to be looking at more stuff to cover. I need to be looking for things to cover up the space I've already earned. So speaking of which, let's go a pillaging. I wanted to do that other thing first because the way pillaging works here, we're going to roll a d12. If you have a longship, roll a 12-sided die. Increase the value by 1 for each ore on that longship. And then we can increase it further by paying stone and sword cards. You can see here we have 4 sword cards that we've managed to draw over the course of the game, plus a couple of stone because of our mason's shed, just leaking stone into our supply. So we're actually really set for this. I'm going to go ahead and put the 1 ore that we just took onto this longboat to make it even better at pillaging. And it is time. It is time to pillage. So we're looking for high numbers here. A 7. So you can see here the supply of things that can be taken by pillaging. All of the blue tiles have a sword value on them that we can try to meet. In addition, there are these 2 boards of just like special treasure tiles. 7's pretty good. Am I going to be greedy and roll looking for higher than 7? I am. I'm gonna do the dumb thing. Whew, that's an 11. Well, we're certainly taking the 11. So I'm going to pay 4 sword cards. So 11 plus the 1 point from the ore plus the 4 sword cards hits 16. And we're going to take this thing. That's what I call success right there. So we've stolen the English crown. It's a huge tile, and it has 2 victory points printed on it. Now that's being a Viking. That's Viking. That's Vikingery.
Yeah, all right.
It is so this is a 2x5 base with the little prongs coming up. I'm not 100% sure where we're going to put it yet, but it's pretty good.
All right.
Okay, you went
I did a weekly market action.
Went to the weekly market, received some. Yeah, you got some food and some stuff, and of course your milk.
Yes, of course, milk.
Delicious milk. Unfortunately, the crown doesn't really fit very well on Limerick. We are allowed to cover up the bonus tiles, so I could lay it like. So it's the prongs sit around here, but I'd actually really like to be receiving this bonus. I keep complaining about how we never have any red tiles, right? This would fix that. So the crown is probably going on our main board. And it is sort of awkwardly shaped. Yeah, it sure is. Well... what else do I want to do to make sure that we have resources here, stuff to work with? So we need to get a hold of a handful of like other small tiles. This is the turn where I think I'm going to end up playing a bunch of coins onto my boards. Because here's the thing. Maybe this is crazy. But I kind of also want to do this. I think I'm going to go ahead and take this. I'm gonna play that animal space again, and this time I'm going to get 2 sheep. Draw a card. Our new card was... Oh. Interesting. We're going to take 2 sheep, yeah. All right. So now we have lots of stuff going on during animal breeding, which is nice. It's just points that are rolling in without us having to pay any extra attention or resources. Okay, we got 2 Vikings. We have 3 Vikings left. We have 2 stone. And a great desire to make something cool. What do the mountains look like right now? A lot of wood and stone up front. We've stripped most of the other ones. So, as far as crafting actions go here, I'm not actually all that suited for crafting. Yeah, just having stone, the only crafting action we can take is the runestone one, which is like fine, but we could get some more. Remarkably, I have no bows. I just have snares and harpoons. We could go catch fish. Yeah, actually. I don't hate that at all. Let's go catch fish, because we have 1,000,000 cards for this. A 1? Oh, sure. Yeah. I'll take a 1. I'll pay 1 card for that. So that gets us a little bit of stuff to work with. Some fish to eat. And where are you at, sweetie?
I am trying to figure some stuff out.
Okay.
What's your board look? Okay.
So you have 3 Vikings left.
So I'm gonna think I'm gonna pay wood to get the blue chest.
Okay. Yeah,
and a coin.
It's a good space. I would gladly have done that if I had either of the resources necessary to make it happen. And then you still have a Viking left, so if I go out now, you are the moose next time.
I wouldn't mind that.
No, I know. Okay. So I think I'm going to... Yeah, I think I'm going to surrender the moose to you. I think I want to play this space with 2 Vikings. So I'm going to slaughter a pig. I'm gonna play. It doesn't really matter when. I'm gonna play. These are both interesting. I'm gonna play Master Mason off of that. So at any time, I can sacrifice a runestone to gain milk or cabbage and also a coin.
Okay.
Which is a pretty cool one, I think, and it plays well with Scribe and everything. And then, yeah, I have slaughtered one of my pigs to produce the long meat and also skin and bones. And that still maintains a breeding pair of pigs for me. Okay, so before income time, am I changing anything? I'm gonna definitely do something. So let's start with this. Right, yeah, I'm going to do this, and then we're going to lay 4 silver across here to improve that income diagonal. And then I'm also going to end up putting down a bunch of silver before bonus time, but we'll do that after income time. So commit those, and then on the main board, this will cost a little bit of silver. But I think that's pretty good. It gets us toward a couple more bonuses. It gives us some decent coverage. Like the other thing I could do, I suppose, which might be a little cheaper in terms of silver. Hold on, is if I play it like this. No, it's one. Well, it would be 2 silver. Yeah, it would be too much more expensive, actually. Never mind, I forgot I was covering the 3 by doing that. Okay, so we're going to stick to the plan. It's going to be this thing. Yeah, so that improves my income on those 2 boards. Save and done. So I got 8 and you got 9. Well done.
Thank you.
Now it is time to feast. Using the meat from the pig, we can really do a number here. So we're going to do that and that and that, I think. It's a very clean feast.
Yeah.
Okay, and now it's about to be bonus time, but I'm going to place some things on this board before bonus time. And by things, I mean silver. So we're going to surround this blue tile here. We're going to surround this meat. We're going to surround this ore. And we're going to surround this thing. I'm going to go into the next round perfectly broke, but with all these great bonuses. Oh, wait. Do I want to do this? Because, like... save those ones. Because I also obviously want to cover some stuff up here. And I think what I'm going to do is play my 2 fish like this so we can play peas like that. But this requires me to have a coin in order to get the bonus value. And then at some point in the future, we can slap a set of peas here for more coverage. But this will get us the fur. So unfortunately, that leaves me with only 1 coin and not enough coverage to get that. But this I think is fine. So we get a healthy bonus there. This is our new friend. We've gotten this this blue C-shaped tile income now, which is great. We're gonna get a couple more of those. We're getting pretty close to the end of the game here, though. Actually, it's already round 5. The time is flying. That's what I think. Lana the Witch says, who doesn't love the long meat? And I would love to know. I would love to know who could be so foolish. Interesting. So Amabel has selected double emigration. Let's talk about emigration here. So she has emigrated a whaling boat, which means she has lost her whaling boat, but it has turned into this this tile here, which covers up part of her table and is worth a larger number of points. And then she has paid a bunch of silver to also emigrate her Nar. So she has sent those ships off. She no longer has the use of them, but the Vikings she sent off with them no longer have to be fed. So you can see her feeding requirements have dropped considerably. It is an interesting play. Obviously, the ships are worth a lot more emigrated than they are not. I was really certain that you were going to use the whale to pillage. Or that you were going to use the moose to pillage. Since you didn't take the pillaging space, I might. Yeah, let's go fuck up some English people.
Well, the thing is, I only have one sword. And I have one stone, so I'm not...
I mean, I just have a couple of stone.
All right.
Okay, I rolled 2 4s in a row.
I've never done the pillage action before, so maybe I just don't know how it works, and I'm scared of it. Well,
okay,
we'll see if this is the game.
I rolled 4 4 8, but like you can see, even on an 8, like my choices are pretty. There's a lot of stuff here that's pretty big. But big is not the only game in town. We also have to make sure it's the right shapes. So. It's hard for me not to... If I were to pay 3 stone in, we could get as high as 12. And like the 12-point tile is huge and awesome. It's a very convenient shape for surrounding things, which is nice. Yeah, it's really hard for me not to do that. Let's go ahead and just pay all 3 of our stone in and grab this 12-point tile. This thing is also... So what is this? This is 6 and 4. This is also 6 and 4. I like the shape of this one. So we're going to go ahead and take the goblet here. So those tiles, you can get them by raiding. With a Nar, you can also get access to them through overseas trading. You may have noticed that the goods have, in addition to a sword value, they also have a coin value. You can just purchase access to them with a Nar. Cornflake says, big isn't the only game in town. It also has to be the right shape. Like a corkscrew? Well, I guess it depends on who you ask. I personally am not a duck. What's up, sweetie? How you doing?
I didn't care for that. That's all. I just didn't like that.
Fair enough. So it's going to be that we have a lot of Vikings, right? But also, we have a lot of things to do with Vikings.
Yeah.
There's a lot of space to cover on this board, and we do not have all that many plays left. Okay, you're going whaling. 12, not super good in this particular instance. A 2, though. 2 is nice.
Two's good, yeah. Oh, I wish I had done that other thing. Oh, man. Oh, well. Okay.
So you're already down to 3 Vikings.
A couple of big moves, yeah.
A couple big moves. It's very interesting. The mountain strips are in an interesting state as well. The thing is, I'm kind of thinking that maybe it's time for another island. You know?
Jesus Christ, Robin.
So a couple of these islands have a significant amount of silver accumulated on them, but I'm looking. There's a couple islands where they have like a raw point value up in the 30s, and there's lots of negative stuff to cover up. But you cover it up. It's gonna be fine. I'm definitely thinking we're taking like Labrador or Cork here. So Cork has bonus shed, which is interesting, and also bonus whaling boat. Labrador has kind of like the bonuses on Labrador are not amazing, but it is just a lot of points, and it's a lot of places to put tiles. That said, my home board is far from finished. Maybe I should just focus on my home board. But what if I took a thing that had some big bonuses on it, and then I used those bonuses to help cover my home board? Amabel, what if that?
Yeah, what if that?
What if that? It is hard to not want to take some of this stuff. Let's grab... So that would be 3 Vikings if I wanted to play that, which would leave me with 5 left. It's pretty good. And also it would draw me a card, which is cool. Everybody loves a card. Do I have food? Yeah, I'm fine. Just realizing I haven't thought about my feast in a while. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go get. Another island. So I'm using the 3 Viking action here. We're gonna draw a card. The card we drew was something cool. Not really. That's fine. I don't need it. I don't need it to be good. I think I am gonna take Cork. Because if I'm understanding what that is, yeah, it's this. That's a pretty big tile. You wouldn't get it very many times, but you wouldn't need to get it very many times. Let's take Cork. And, of course, we receive a runestone because of our scribe. Go ahead, Amabel.
I'm going ahead. Okay, hang on. Can I go back over to my... Okay, there we go. Okay. Thank goodness. There's another thing, is this thing pops up for me to make a choice, and I can't see my board now. So I'm... That was your thing. I looked at it wrong. Oh, fuck. It's fine. It's fine. I just...
So you went raiding, you rolled an 8, and you took a nice big...
Yeah, and I should have the thing that was 1 smaller than that, but I couldn't see my board, and I... Oh, well. I am doing okay.
Okay. Doesn't sound like it, but I'll take your word for it. All right, I'm going to... So wait, I thought you had 2 Vikings left, and then you played an action. You still got 2 Vikings left. What on
3
earth?
Vikings left.
What on earth? What on earth? All right, I think I'm going to do something crazy. This action's pretty good. Is it better than just doing that, though? Maybe not. Yeah, it is. All right, I'm going to play 4 Vikings down. I'm also going to play an occupation from my hand. I might at some point lay a snare. But a coin, like, I can do it a couple of times. This has 2 points on it. Yeah, let's play Trapper. Trapper also has 2 points on it. So it's like I think the 2 points from Trapper are going to be worth more than actually activating the other one. So we got a coin and 2 spices and an herbs, and then because we have a pig and a sheep, we also got some extra bonus goods there. Look at that, we're making good use of our livestock. Someone's got to shear these sheeps. And it's not going to be Amabel.
No.
Because she's not allowed. Can't be trusted. So we got a lot of space we got to cover up on this island to make it worth our investment. But I'm confident we can get there. Okay, just taking some upgrade actions.
Yeah, because I screwed that thing up, and I just gotta deal.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking I might be doing some upgrade actions my own self. I could go catch fish. It feels kind of goofy at this time. So I can take an upgrade action and a wood basically, because all of the mountains are led with wood here. But I think I am going to do that because I think I just want the coverage. So the question is, what am I transforming? So looking at the board here. All right, let's go. I'm going to do that thing. I'm going to grab a wood and an upgrade. The wood is going to be the wood from this mountain. And then the upgrade is going to be this meat here is going to turn into a green tile of the same size. Okay, let's figure out some board stuff here, right? It's about to be income time, but I want to make sure I have my my bonus figured out here. So let me set for that and then figure out what tiles I have left over afterward. And that'll tell us what we can use to increase incomes. That and nope, don't do that. Come here, you. That. I'm less concerned about the shed. Although we can make the shed happen, but I could use these tiles on the home board probably. But I definitely want to make sure I get those at least. So then we take what's left over to the home board. And with these tiles, what can I do? Fill that space. Covering those will require a little bit more coverage down here. And a little bit more coverage right there. That's fine, you know, and then we can use that income plus this tile to get some more other stuff. I might want to use the blue here because this is a lot of exposed edge, and I think we're going to end up tucking this other 2x3 like in here where it won't matter what color it is so much. So I think I am good then. How's your income going, sweetie?
Not as great as I would.
You got Lofoten pretty much covered up. You got your ice house pretty much covered.
Yeah. Wait, what I do? Oh, that's the green again. Yeah. Okay. All right. I keep doing that.
You did a good job of using these blues to insulate the skin and bones here so that you could place more greens around.
Not as good as I would like to have done, but yeah.
Steph says, between the crown and the cup, these are clearly Lilliputian Vikings. It is a very big cup.
Yeah, I think that's
okay.
Okay, so get my income is 10. Same income as you. Okay, let's not
keeping pace. Oh right, Vikings gotta eat. Well, we got plenty of food thanks to the meat that we are able to produce from the pigs. We're doing okay here. We'll place this. It has to be sideways, but that's 100% fine. And then, yeah, look at that. Okay, so we're pretty close to unlocking a bunch of different bonuses here. If I were to get a shed bonus, where are the sheds? Here we go. Let's see. A shed has 8 points with -6 on it, so every shed is just 2 points, even if you don't do anything more with it. We already have lots of places to store extra resources, so my feeling is we probably will not actually end up paying off any of the stuff on the sheds. So that's a bummer. But I would be putting down 6 spaces of green on 5 points. Like it is just converting that thing into 5 points. The fact is, though, it probably will be more valuable for me on my home board, I think. I mean, we do want to cover these, but I think I am just going to hold it for the home board for next turn. So I'll just take the bonuses. Wow, but we could get a runestone. Yeah, okay, so we get a runestone. So let's go ahead and place it on the home board, along with a little bit of silver then. If we put this right here and a single silver there, that enables a runestone bonus, which is definitely worth having. Okay, last harvest. It's the biggest harvest. We even get some fruit this time. And we are in the second to last action phase. Lana the Witch says, turns out the long meat feeds 2 people. This is, remember, there were 4 Vikings on this much space. That is 4 Vikings worth of big hot meat.
Oh, don't say big hot meat like that.
It's 4 Vikings worth of rigid meat.
No, it's not better.
Ridge is not better?
Ridge is not better, no.
It's 4 Vikings worth of turgid meat. Turgid's not doing it for okay.
Oh my god, take your turn, baby.
What did we draw? We draw a sword. And we have 2 stone. Well, I'll tell you. We could just pillage. Do I just pillage? Or do I do something really crazy? Okay. No, okay. All right. I think I see plots and schemes. So, what do I do before that? Emigration's good in theory, but I actually don't want my boat to go away. Like I have a valuable boat. How many boats do you have? Are you gonna be? Yeah, you're probably just gonna be like, you'll have to speed emigrate. You know what? I am going to do this. I'm going to take my two stone and my 2 wood and play this tile. I'll go ahead and play.
I was gonna
play the 1 profession card I have left, Meat Merchant, which I might actually use. And then I'm going to build a Gnar and a Longhouse. So we got ourselves a new house.
You bitch.
Well, I see that you have enough resources, so I know it's a high value contentious action. So I figured if I'm going to do it, I got to do it now. And the trade off is that you get the pillage this round, but
yeah.
Hopefully I have not made a horrible mistake. So you rolled a 12. Nice.
Yeah. So I'm
getting something big. You want that shield?
Oh, that shield's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah.
It is if you can fit it. Make sure you have room because it is like it's
I
big
can't
enough.
look at my board now, so I
You
don't know.
can just scroll down.
It's not. Oh. Well, now I feel silly from before.
Yeah, it adds
really...
that view to the top of the screen, and you just scroll down and see your normal stuff. Yeah, make sure you have a spot for it because the shield it's such a big tile that it actually sometimes causes problems. But you have a lot of homeboard space left.
Yeah. Do I just take that shield? Yeah, or do I
So obviously I'm a huge fan of the games that have these like spatial, these like Tetrising components. In the end, I'm not sure if I did. I should probably maybe have made this the green one and made this the blue one.
Question.
Yes, ma'am.
The tiles can be flipped?
Yes. Yeah.
So this anvil one
you can rotate and flip.
Could be reversed.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
For the normal tiles, it doesn't matter, but yeah, some of the special tiles are asymmetrical.
Okay.
Wait, how did I turn into a landlord? Who dares? Amabel, people are saying some fucked up shit in the chat right now. Why, I never. I'm gonna go to a mountain for 2 because there's ore and silver exposed. I'm just gonna take it. I love ore and silver. Okay.
What are you?
What are you building? So you can see here the very impressive loot tile that Amabel took here. This anvil.
Oh, silly! Oh my god! Okay.
What's so silly?
The occupation card I drew.
Okay. What am I still trying to do before we leave here? So is that good? It might be good. It could be good. So all right, if I'm gonna I think I'm gonna take this space. I'm gonna play 4 Vikings onto take 4 things from a mountain and take 2 double upgrades. So my 4 things off a mountain are going to be clearing this mountain here. And then my double upgrades are going to be, I'm turning the fruit to green and also something else to green. I'm gonna turn 2 orange things to green things. Probably, it probably ought to be a cabbage. Yeah, let's do that. That's a lot of resources.
Okay, pay 1 to 4 occupations.
Okay, you get to draw an occupation first. So what's happening, Amabel? What do you got?
I got a merchant. Which
each time you take upgrade 3 or upgrade 4, you can take another. Oh, you can double one of them
instead of a single.
That's really nice.
Whale catcher.
If you use exactly 1 harpoon to catch a whale, you get your harpoon back. All right, that's a 3-pointer.
Judge. When I place a
runestone in a
house, I get a horn and a coin.
That's pretty cool.
Can I do that? No, this makes me
finish your action here.
Chief.
I immediately feast, but it has 7 points on it. That's cool. That's a neat one.
Yeah.
I mean, you got plenty of food.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So you need to feed 8 spaces? Yeah, 8 spaces is no problem at all. We're both awash in food tiles right now.
And I'm just gonna, while I'm at it, put that on my board so I get a horn.
That was cool. That was cool stuff.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to use my Gnar. Hey, remember when I got a Gnar? I'm going to use my Gnar to do some sailing. I'm going to use the overseas trading space to pay 2 silver to upgrade any number of different green tiles.
Yeah.
It turns out I have quite a number of different green tiles, and my life would be a lot easier if they were blue. So let's just upgrade all of these. To be clear, that is all of them selected, not none of them selected. I think so. There's still a chance to undo after this if it doesn't flip them. Okay, yeah, we got them. Confirm.
All right. I'm doing this action. Lets me upgrade 3 goods, but I also get to...
Because of your merchant, one of them's a double upgrade?
Yeah.
Yeah, that merchant seems very good. That's a cool profession. Stephanie notes, I see Amabel was right that SB usually has twice her score. It's a shame SB's score has a negative sign in front of it. Yeah, just wait.
I'm doing okay this game.
Wait until I take another island in a second here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my turn. I'm taking an island.
Okay.
I'm going to pay wood and coin to get a whaling boat, and then I'm going to... Wait, hold on. It says you must confirm your turn. It didn't actually let me take an island. You must take one of the island exploration boards. So I want to do this. Choose if you want a whaling boat. I do. You may additionally take one of the exploration boards that are obtainable using any ship type. I'm a little worried here that if I hit confirm, it's going to just end my turn. This action's not very good if it only does the top half. Hey, Amabel.
Yeah.
What do you...
That's one of a whaling boat. I mean, just take one exploration board that are obtainable using any ship type. So it's not when you take the.
I just have you must confirm your turn, which is the thing that it shows you at the end of your turn. Right? I'm gonna hit confirm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it just didn't give me my island. That's fucked.
Is there an undo button we can press?
Well, no, I hit confirm.
Well,
But I was trying to see if it was confirming that action or not. Also, apologies for all the right clicking. My hand is acting up. Well, I just got robbed of an entire action. I definitely would have played my turn differently if that were the way that was going to work.
I'm sorry, sweetheart.
Because I was going to take Waterford and get a lot of... That's very annoying.
Wait. No, I want to do that and take that guy. Right.
There's Spider-Man asks in chat, is there an advantage to play turn-based with 5-day turns on BGA instead of real-time unlimited turn time? Yes, the advantage is that I already had it set this way and I didn't have to click anything to make it do this. And I know that sounds glib, but that's 100% the reason that it's like this instead of real-time. It's because it was already like this. Yeah, that sucks. Because I got all these goods with the intention of using them to get the stuff on Waterford. Alright, well... I'm pretty annoyed. Can I tell you?
That are until using any ship type, i.e. those available from resolving the action in the first column.
Oh. So not using any ship type, they don't mean using any ship type. They mean... You can see where...
take any ship type.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I see. Yeah. If we were playing this in person...
No, that's on me.
I would have let you do it.
Well, no, that's... You shouldn't. That's not... It's my fuck up.
Well, I wouldn't know how to read that. Again, another advantage to playing in person.
So okay, we can play this like this, which is like fine. Yeah, I gotta read all the words. So what it turns out. Yeah, I'm bad at the game. Congratulations. It definitely doesn't make any sense to... Well... So see, if I do this with silver instead, we can at least go get the shed. Yeah, let's do that with silver instead. And then there's no other income changes that I would want to make, so save and done. You got 14, I got 12. Amabel, you're ahead. And now feasting. What am I doing? Put this on the end. I think I'm just gonna eat a coin and then a second beans. Classic feast. Classic feast. Right there. Amabel's allowed to just, eat a reasonable amount of food because that's all that needs to. But you know what I'm doing? I'm preserving a game meat in my inventory so that my meat merchant will go off. Look at that. Beautiful. I'm embarrassed. I feel really silly having, first of all, not read that correctly, and secondly, having gotten upset about it.
That happens, sweetie.
Oh, I'm going to finally actually put the 2 coins on here. We should be getting this bonus. I feel silly about that too. I don't think it's worth it to get the shed, because we have to put down 2 coins that aren't worth. I think I'd be paying 2 coins to get. I'd be paying 2 points to get 2 points, and then on top of that, we're definitely not going to put anything in the shed, because we have enough space for loose resources and the stuff we already have. So, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put these peas here before I forget as well. This is an opportunity to convert peas into 2 points. Is the thing that we do not want to forget to do. Okay, I'm good, and I'm good for bonuses too, I think. Here's the final round. I will
Make an exchange.
Pay game meat to receive whale meat, as my meat merchant allows. All right, you are the moose for the final action phase. I hope that people have found this fun to watch.
6 is not good. 11's better. 11's better. Okay.
11's better. Pretty fast pillage. Smart. It's good play. Okay, so now keep in mind, this last round here, we're in phase 5 already. There's an income phase, there's an animal breeding phase, there's a feast, and then the game ends. So we won't score bonuses again. So there's no point in taking an island in order to get the bonuses from it, and any bonuses that are on our boards and stuff are effectively blank now. Now it's all about just covering for points. And we do have some of that left to do. Okay. I'm going to... I think I'm going to take the 2-person immigration space. I'm going to emigrate my longship. I don't think there's any chance I would use it at this point since you took the pillage. The raiding space is still there. Raiding, you only use the D8 and you don't get the benefit of your ore. And it's not bad, certainly, but I think there's a higher chance that I would use my Nar. There's a higher chance that I want the Nar. So we'll emigrate 1 ship. This space costs a number of coins equal to the round that it is, so there is a lot of value in emigrating earlier, like Amabel did. Okay, she's forging some ore into something. So this allows her to take any special tile that has the tongs symbol on it, and you can see some of the largest ones have that symbol. It's not a bad move at all. The axe and the chainmail shirt are both very strong.
Well, it's a matter of fitting them on my board, though.
Yes, yeah. Obviously, you need
board.
need the thing that goes in the place where you can afford it.
So I think it's actually
you're remarkably close to finished, actually, with your home board.
Yeah. So, this hook is probably.
Oh, I'm dumb. I forgot to put stuff in my longhouse before bonuses last turn. I should have gotten an extra tile, and I feel silly about it now. I'm fucking up all over the place. You know what it is? I was disappointed from the thing I failed to do, and I kind of tilted out a little bit. These things happen. Let's spin flax into linen. a classic, normal, decent play. What do the mountains look like right now? The mountains are pretty fresh, so we have gotten rid of a lot of the mountains. It's true. I forgot to stuff my longhouse with my delicious long meat. Is that a better adjective, Amabel? Can you stand that one?
You know what? I'm just okay. Okay.
Sorry, it was still my turn. I didn't hit confirm. Okay, you're taking the other emigration space now. I kind of figured that did not have long left, but you've played Patron. What is...
Cost me one less coin.
Patron do? Ah, okay. Use an action space whose action costs at least 2. Pay 1 less coin. I mean, yeah, that's a point on the thing, plus it saved you a point. That's already a 2-point card. That's fine, right?
Yeah.
In addition to like it being a very good space. So you have almost no feeding to do. You've really done a good job on that.
Thank you.
That means you certainly won't be whaling. I could go whaling.
You could.
I have 3. I have 2 harpoons. I have 3 whaling boats. So I do get the benefit of the ore that's on each of them. So I'd like whaling is pretty efficient. Will draw me a card. Leave me with 6 Vikings to your 3. Yeah, you know, it's not horrible. Let's do it. So first of all, draw me a card. We drew Pirate. Any number of times you can pay 1 wood and 6 silver to receive a treasure chest. That's technically slightly better than 6 silver. All right. So we whale. I rolled a 4. Yeah, with 3 whaling vessels, a 4 is absolutely fine. According to Robin, says my Vikings are succumbing to malaise. It's true. This is the thing. I start making errors, and then I start like freaking out because I'm making errors, and I play badly, and it all spirals terribly out of control. It's a pretty good space. Upgrades is good.
Wait, what did I do? Right, no, that's right. That's right. That was the right thing. Okay. Let me go back there.
Maybe upgrades is not good?
No, I just was confused by a thing I shouldn't have been confused by. Because I'm a silly goose.
Really harsh words. Really just kind of out of nowhere. So I have some number of goods here. I'm trying to figure out exactly like how much stuff do I need, right? How much is still valuable? If let's see, I could do that. I have 6 Vikings left. we would certainly succeed in laying a snare. We have 5 snares. Right, it would be silly not to lay a snare. This is another one we're trying to roll low. It turns out 2 is low enough. Let's go get ourselves a 2x4 green tile. So
yeah, do I do that or do I do that? Milk gives me.
Amabel doing the hard calculations on her final Viking here.
Yeah.
And then I still have 4 Vikings left, which might be a single move. I mean, certainly I have access to this thing, which is high value, but the fact is I just don't need food, right? Like that's, I think, probably fairly obvious. We have a lot of food. Like, our face is going to look something like this, right? It's going to be this thing, probably, if we put down a milk and like, I could do that with either, you know, I could do that with a little bit of help here, or we could just eat this. Maybe. Because we're going to want to cover up. So like in the houses here, we can use food for cover. And I think like this is just, right, like lay that down for 4 points. Lay that down for 3 points. Lay that down for 3 points. This may be the best we're going to do there. In fact, I'll go ahead and save that. I'm comfortable with that. Okay, Amabel has chosen to elk hunt for her final person, trying to earn herself some antlers, and she did. Okay, so this thing ends up being a 12-point house in total. I'm not going to bother to cover those. Remember, we can't place ore in here, and any coin that we placed on the board would be us paying a point by losing a coin to gain a point by covering the thing. So it's not actually worth doing. So with all that in place, and then like we have room to score a wood and 3 stone. So I do have 1 stone that's going to go unscored right now, but if we have time, we can just runestone it. With 4 people left, like I'm definitely thinking we might cover this space by ending our turn on Emigrate a Whaling Boat, which increases the value of the whaling boat by 4. Although theft might end up being better, since we still have a Gnar, we can use a Gnar to do sword stuff with our remaining harpoon and sword. Unfortunately, we can't use stone on that because that would be a good outlet for our stone. One thing I do know I want to do, we have a ton of green tiles. We have a ton of different green tiles. One thing I know we do want to do is overseas trading, and this is why I held on to the Gnar instead of the longboat. But if we're going to do another action that's going to gain us green tiles, we should do that kind of stuff first, right? So with 4 people left over, it could be turn fur and linen into clothing, which turns 7 tiles of coverage into 12 tiles of coverage plus 2 coins. Then use those 2 coins to just flip basically all of our green tiles over for ease of placement, and then use the last person to do this thing or this thing. We could get. It's pretty reasonable that we'd be able to get a tile that's larger than 4, but yeah, it's also saving us a point. So this is 5 points because it prevents us from having to eat a silver, right?
Probably.
Yeah. So this play is worth more than 5 points if we actually get to use the whole thing. It's worth 5 points because it's gonna save us we're gonna lose the pig and we're gonna get 6 points off of the thing. Yeah, so that ends up being 5 points actually. So 5 is like a lot. There's a lot of actions here that do 5. If we play this action, we get 3 wool because we do have 3 sheep, which is 12 points of coverage in total, but it's all green, and it means that I have to choose between emigration and overseas trading. It is a lot of coverage, though. It might be that this into overseas trading is a better play. We don't get to turn everything green, but we get to turn most of our stuff green. So it's like +7, +5, or +12. They seem actually very similar. All right, I'm just going to do this one then. We're going to turn that. We're going to play...
Oh, you're catching up. You're going to win, I think.
I have to confirm. Then we play overseas trading, and we overseas trade all of our green tiles except the second oil to their blue versions so that we can place them next to each other. Confirm. And then we take our final action of emigrating one of our whaling boats. I have to pick one, which makes our feast legal. Okay, so place goods on board before receiving income. Let's cash in a bunch of stuff here. So I want to go ahead and put the green one on the board now so we can just get it capped and we know we don't have to worry about it. So obviously getting a hold of these last couple of incomes is extremely important because these are points to be earned. So I'll play a bunch of point neutral silvers because this silver is worth 3 points by upgrading our income one final time. And then we're going to go back to our island boards and we're going to cover some stuff up too. So we have some ore left. I should definitely cover up. We have at least a couple of spaces on our island boards that are -2 spaces. So let's make sure all of our -2s are covered. This should just go in a place where it's completely covering something. And then, like I said, it's not worth it to play coins on a -1. Go ahead and commit building resources to our building resource spaces. And I think we are now out of stuff that we can play. I think we've played all of our scoreable tiles. So save and done. I'm good with my feast. We got one final newborn sheep and pig from our breeding, and yeah, I'm good.
Did that wrong. Okay.
Well, Amabel, if the live scoring is accurate, this is actually a very close game.
Yeah. And I did my thing wrong.
I'm glad it didn't let me take that island. That would have been a mistake. It would have been overcommitting, I think. Well, I would have gotten, if my plan had been according to the rules legal, I would have gotten extra tiles out of it too. So it's hard to say exactly what the scoring impact would be. But
Yeah, that elk hunt was a mistake because I can't place it because it's green. Right.
Oh, you don't have any place to put it where it's not going to be adjacent to another green.
Yeah, I keep forgetting until it's. Well, congratulations on your victory.
So let's see what
that was closer. I did do better that time.
Amabel's final board here. Absolutely covered with runestones and spices. So many spices.
Well, the one occupation I had for every 2 barrels gave me spices when there wasn't a harvest.
Yeah.
And like that's very useful.
Yeah, Spice Merchant's really good.
And for only having one island, I thought I did all right.
This is a great score for only having taken a single 4-point island. You made really good use of the bonus goods off of it, and yeah, your houses are good and sensibly built. Ice House seems like a cool one.
See, this is the thing about these more complicated board games is I don't win like the first 10 times we play. I get a little better each time, and then sometimes I win after that. Great Western Trail, New Zealand, you and I play a lot, and if they had it on BoardGameArena, I would love to play it.
Yeah.
On stream. But that, like, I win maybe 40% of the time now.
I think it's more than
like
that.
40,
I think it's more than that. I think you win more often than I do.
I don't think that's true. But early on, there were whole parts of the game I never like. This is the first time I ever did the raiding or pillaging.
That's true.
And it worked out okay for me.
Yeah, they're good actions, right? Like that anvil is that anvil is huge, is doing some great work.
And this action with emigrate a whaling ship and then emigrate another ship, that's not in the base game. That's on this board.
Yeah.
So like that's a whole thing. I never did that before, and I don't know if I did I probably did that too early, but I didn't want you. I just don't want you blocking me from doing it.
Yeah, you value emigration very highly, and like even on the final turn, you pay 7 coins to flip an 8-point boat into a 21-point boat, right? So you're paying 15 to gain 21 and clip 2 points off of your.
I even paid 6 coins to that occupation.
Okay,
even
sure.
better.
But my point is like the value of the space in general is, even on the last round where it is the least good, it is still +6 and remove 2 spaces from your table.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a good action.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a game of Feast for Odin. Like I said, I've played it before. People who have been around forever might remember, but it has been an awfully long time. I actually am kind of curious. Feast for Odin. 6 years ago, it turns out.
Okay.
Was the last time that I played that on the channel.
That was a good stream, sweetie, and I
thank you.
Thank you for. I didn't know what we were doing until we got started.
Yeah, I
knew there was Pitfall. I didn't know.
I had kind of like a vague idea. And to be honest with you, I've not been feeling so good, so I kind of wanted to keep it loose. I wanted to let myself just sort of like flow into it if I had something in particular that was on my mind.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you to play Feast for Odin after the stream, so now we can do something else. That sounds great.
Yeah, I do. It is. I would like to get the expansion when we can. It's been out of print for quite some time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's
Robin
that.
says that those videos are very calming.
Yeah, the old board game videos. That's good. That's good. That I'm glad that they have that effect. They were intended to.
Yeah,
I would like to do. I would like to do more of that kind of stuff.
I could do more board games with you too. On the channel. There's a couple.
The compression of the fact that I'm like putting out fewer videos in total now for health reasons and all this stuff means that there's a lot less room to do stuff. I just like get half as many series out in X time because I'm spending more real world days per game completion.
Yeah.
You know, if I was on top of my shit, I'm moving fast. Routine could have been like a week and a half, maybe a week. Honestly, I could have played better too, but instead, because I'm moving at this speed, you know, it's not going to be a huge number of episodes, but I'm going to have been playing routine for like most of a month by the time I finish it.
My poor sweetie.
I mean,
if it helps, if you wanted to, we could say cut the vampire series and then you play board games with me instead. That works out okay for me.
Listen, the rate of video output is far from the worst thing about what is going on in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made myself sad. Anyway.
Don't make it.
I hope everybody enjoyed that. We're going back to the gas cave. It's time for phase 3.
For phase 3.
Everybody, phase 3. Woo.
Yeah.
It's the post stream. Everybody loves things. I hope. Y'all got some fancy stuff. Wow, Amabel is flipping me off. Just because she cannot be seen, she is taking the opportunity to act up. They couldn't see you before. Why is it now that the... You know what it is?
Ghast is you my nails that I got done while we were playing the game. So
oh, I see.
They
I
were
see.
pretty.
Okay. They are very pretty. They do look very nice.
Okay.
Ghast is a bad influence on you.
What do you mean we're only 10% through the combat?
Robin, don't tell her things like that. Even if they're true, especially if they're true, don't tell her things like that. So this is the part of the stream where we share some things that we have had positive feelings about, some things that we have enjoyed in the last week, to invite other people to find them and love them as well, because it's cool when people find out that they really enjoy things. So, Amabel, do you have a thing to share? What's your cool thing of the week?
My cool thing of the week is I saw, for the first time in like probably 30 years, maybe 25 years, I saw the short film Flapjack Floozy.
I knew it. I knew this is what it was going to be.
Which is available on YouTube. You can watch it for free. It was like a Showtime or HBO like TV movie that's a half hour long.
Yeah.
Starring Terry Garr, and it was done by the director was, I want to say, Tim Schiller, who did a lot of stuff for Saturday Night Live in the early days. And it's a kind of goofy pastiche parody of like 1950s melodrama, but not like Douglas Sirk or Nicholas Ray melodrama. More like B movie social issue melodrama. So, and it has some goofy stuff. The lady is addicted to pancakes, and it's fun. It's a fun, silly thing.
Yeah, it seemed fun. What I saw of it seemed fun.
How about you, sweetheart?
You know what's back? You know what's back, and I'm excited about it being back?
What's that?
Paradise. The television show Paradise is now, the second season started, and I am enjoying it tremendously. I talked about this when the first season was running, because listen, I'm just a sucker for Sterling K. Brown. You know, honestly, this is a big thing. I watch the broadsheets. When I see that he's in something, I go and I get it. And yeah, that was what motivated me here. It's a weird science fiction series that I don't really even know how to classify it, but it's a show called Paradise. It's on something. Listen, you can see it on the internet in the way that you would do that, however it is that you would do that. But yeah, it stars Sterling K. Brown. It's about a terrible ecological thing has occurred, and how are we all coping with it? But it doesn't seem like that's what it's about if you watch it from the very beginning, in a way that I think is actually pretty cool. They do a sort of a hide and reveal on it that is neat. And it's good. It's got what's his face? The guy? You know?
Okay.
Fucking, what's his name? Oh, I'm blanking so hard. Hold on, I'm looking him up on Wiki.
Okay.
James Marsden. It's got James Marsden as the president of the
Okay.
United States. Everybody likes a good James Marsden. It's got a guy in it called John Beavers. You gotta love that. I'm not making a strong case here. Marsden and Beavers? That's right. That's right. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy. I'm also one thing I've been doing is sort of like listening to a lot of music from my like high school and middle school period again. And I gotta be honest with you, can't recommend a lot of it. MC Front a lot. Did anybody else listen to a lot of MC Front a lot back in the day? Like, I'm listening to a lot of MC Front a lot the last couple of days, and some of it's really good. I actually think he's a very skilled lyric writer, and his delivery is great. Some of the songs have not aged super well. What are other people saying? Cat of Nine Tails says, the more I watch Amabel play Vampire, the more I dislike the game. Hey, same. That's been my experience too.
Oh, yeah,
I said, at the beginning of the series, I had positive memories. I was like, yeah, that game's a classic. People love that game, and I like it too. And I think my enthusiasm lasted about through like Ocean House. Right,
yeah.
The hotel segment. I was still on the game's side up to about there. Ocean House, I think, is still very effective. It's still cool.
Yeah. No, I was spooked. Yeah, but to be very clear, like I do hate it. And then you also seem to be hating La Mulana. So our quality time together, where the two of us, like, this is one of the ways I most enjoy that we spend time together. Is just think that one of us is just like suffering, and maybe that's good. I don't know. We'll get through this together.
I'm grumping a lot through La Mulana. I like the parts of it where we're like figuring out a thing, but it's just like the moment to moment
game gets in the way.
The moment to moment gameplay of it feels so bad. It just hurts over and over again. And I know that that's intentional. I know that it's the way the developer wants it to be because the developer's wrong.
I mean, that's
like a bad mean person. No, I'm overselling it a little bit, and part of it, like, don't get. I feel bad every time we finish an episode. I literally almost said to you last episode, "Hey, maybe we don't post that one," because I feel bad about what a piss baby I'm being. But like, part of it's the game, and part of it's just like I'm in a bad fucking mood, kind of all the time lately for various reasons, and that's like bleeding through to the content, and that's not good. That's not what professionalism sounds like.
I mean, I would love to say let's take a break, but if we take a break on La Mulana,
we're not going to
forget everything.
Yeah, we're not going to remember a damn thing when we come back.
If we take we have blueprints.
If we take a break from La Mulana, we're not coming back to it. We are through to the end or giving up on that one. It has qualities, there are good things about it.
Yeah.
The looks you're giving me is she doesn't believe me. Hey there, BBDDH. Welcome to the pro stream. Nick 16 Characters says, I love watching La Mulana playthroughs, but I would never ever play it myself. Sorry, never ever ever.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cornflake says, regarding music I heard in high school, Dragon Force is still fun. I've had some good times with some Dragon Force. We've been playing a little bit of open source Rock Band clone. Yarg, it's called. And we get some some pretty good Dragon Force charts on there. People talking about Bloodywood. Bloodywood is amazing. Apparently they got a new album out. If you're not familiar with Bloodywood, it's like metal. The joke is like it's a metal version of Bollywood, right? So like they're an Indian metal band.
Okay.
Their stuff's cool. I've only heard a couple of their songs, but it's good. But it's good stuff. Slay the Spire 2 is out in EA, and I'm liking it so far. It says BVDDH. Yeah, the people in my life. A lot of people in my life are on the Slay the Spire train, and they all seem very positive. They all seem like they're having a great time. Except one of my friends had a little bit of a grump with it on the first day because it ate an entire co-op run. Somebody's shit bugged out like late in the run, and it just blew up the entire thing, and they didn't get any progress from it, and that was not great. But first day of early access, like, this is one of the many things I do not like about early access. And I'm not going to go on a whole big rant, but the way that it basically means that people just get to release games like half finished and in a terribly broken state and be like, what? It's early access. It says on it that it's early access. Don't buy it yet if you don't want it to be broken. It's like, motherfucker, your game, you released your game. You made it so people can pay money to buy it. That means it's released.
Yeah.
Grr. Stephanie says, I've gotten back to Patrick's Parabox and then to Cobalt Core, both excellent. Yo, those are both excellent. I think Cobalt Core needed a little bit more mechanical variety to meet the length of the plot. I think you kind of run out of gameplay to do before the story's over, like quite a bit before the story's over, which is a shame. But the gameplay that's there is awesome, and the plot stuff is fun. Fake Alex Blue says the Cult of the Lunar A Potato is excellent. I appreciate you saying that. I'm so worried that those videos are bad and unwatchable. I never know what people are like really what the audience is thinking, You can look at the comments, but that's like a small self-selecting group of people. It doesn't really tell you how people are feeling, and the view counts are not good. But I'm glad some people are enjoying it. It's a stressful video game. Last episode, I got my head eaten by the A Potato Man. I'm just looking directly in Amabel's eyes and trying to prompt her to make a noise or respond to me at all, and she is so obviously doing something else on her other monitor.
That's not true. I was doing something kosher to the thing we were talking about.
Mm-hmm. Kosher to the thing we were talking about?
It was because what I was doing was clicking on your routine video so you get another view for each of them. I'm helping your view count, baby.
I think technically
they're all running simultaneously.
I think technically that's against the rules. Don't get my channel banned.
Wait, why is it against the rules for me to watch your videos?
That's not what's happening here. Moon is very dark. I did actually Cornflake says Moon is very dark, at least for me. It is a dark game. It actually the footage that you're seeing has a significant gamma correction applied to it. It's like 40% brighter than what I'm seeing on my monitor, because I know that's a problem. And I figured the thing that was causing the weird graphical artifacting was the brightness filter I was using in OBS.
Huh.
It turns out it has some issues with certain things. So when you try to brighten stuff that's too bright,
okay,
one of the brightness filters works funny. But there are different ones. So I switched it, and that seems to have fixed it. But yeah, the only reason that the footage was bad in the first place is that I'm trying to make it brighter, trying to find like the right amount of brighter to make it. Fake Alex Blue says, A Half-Built Garden by Ruthana Emrys, a thoughtful first context sci-fi where queer, trans, and non-binary lives are just part of everyday society, wrapped around big questions around humanity's future. That sounds rad. That sounds like a rad thing. Yeah, it's always tough with games where the darkness is part of the mechanics, right? To know how dark to make it. So like there's the game opens with one of those screens where it's like, turn the thing down until the symbol on the left is no longer visible. And on my monitor, even with the darkness, even with the gamma all the way down, the symbol on the left was still visible. Like I literally couldn't tune it as dark as they told me to tune it. And then I tuned it up some from that because I know how YouTube compression is. And then I applied a gamma filter in OBS to brighten it by about 40%. And still it is too dark for some people. It's the compression, it does not. It is the compression algorithms that work, unfortunately.
Yeah,
so apologies if the footage is not functional for some folks.
I experienced this myself with a thing I did on my channel where I was talking about a film that's particularly very dark, and when I went to look at it after when I put it up on YouTube, you kind of can't see the things in the dark I'm talking about being able to see in the dark, and that's really like you're kind of only a little bit there.
You're not talking about the latest tight focus, are you?
God damn it! Yes, I am.
Oh, because I thought all this stuff was perfectly visible.
Maybe it's just a monitor thing, but like I could not see the bit on the stairs. Yeah. I can't actually see it on my screen.
Yeah, no, dude, it's perfectly visible on my screen. I'm gonna say this, okay. And I really, really, really don't want anybody. I try not to sound like I'm blaming people. I really don't want anybody to get mad at me. I don't want anybody to feel like I'm targeting them. A lot of people have their gamma tuned way too fucking dark. That is just
okay.
It is a common thing. Monitors, I think, in general, out in the world, passive voice that I'm not blaming anybody for anything. Monitors out in the world, on average, are too dark and too desaturated for the picture they're supposed to be producing. In my experience. But I thought your latest video essay, Tight Focus Episode 2, focused on the use of darkness in the horror in the high desert films, was quite good. In fact, hey, let me add a thing to my things I loved this week. Let me just go ahead and throw in one more. I'm gonna just pull down the gas cave image real quick. This video essay released by this little channel Hollandspiel. They only have 5,500 subscribers, so go check them out because they're a smaller creator. It's just a little 5 minutes. She's done a couple of these tight focus videos, just focusing on like sort of the use of a single element in a film or a series of films. Look at that. Look at the effects there. Beautiful. Tight focus with Amabel Holland. This video is worth your time. The horror in the high desert films, I might say, also worth your time if you can bear a found footage movie. I know not everybody. I will say they are pretty light on the jump scares for found footage movies. Which, if y'all have been watching me do horror stuff for a long time, you will know is an essential component of a horror movie being watchable for me is that the jump scares be light.
Alex, the reason why she's not subscribed to my channel, though I am subscribed to hers, is because I show her all the videos like as soon as they go up. So dating me is like a subscription service for her.
Please subscribe. Please don't cry. Ring the bell as well. I'm sorry. Yeah, there was no reason for me. Like, being subscribed to you offers me no utility, because I know when the videos come out. I see many of them within minutes of them going up.
Right.
But also, I did subscribe now. For what it's worth. Amabel, do you think it would be... All right, hold on a second.
What?
So I was so inspired.
Yes, please share.
I was so inspired by your brilliant creations that I couldn't help but get myself sort of like into the headspace. So here's let me pull this. Sorry, let me not show that on screen too much. People got 2 frames of the back end now, and I'm gonna get doxxed. So yeah, I was encouraged to make this my own video on the use of unique elements in films, and I thought that was, that's where inspiration took me when I saw your work.
Yeah.
Something about the way you do things, it just always makes me think of butts. I don't know. So anyway. Stephanie says, I really need to make time to catch up with Amabel's video essays, but I really don't want to second monitor them, so it's been tricky. Yeah, that's understandable. She does, she works hard on the visuals, but I mean, so does everybody. And I'm not saying you definitely have to first monitor them, but
Stephanie, I appreciate that. One time, so I had one video that actually did well. Like, none of them have done particularly super well, but one did pretty well for the channel, and there was like discourse around it, like people talking about it, and that was kind of nice. But one guy did not watch the video. He listened to it at double speed, and then wrote like a little refutation of it. Yeah. And I got so pissy about that, because like, if you're going to actually engage with my arguments, watch the thing. It is a because I do make like visual counterpoints and whatnot. If you just are gonna watch it, I mean, I don't mind you second monitoring it. But if you're gonna argue with me about it,
yeah, you have to second monitor it if you're gonna be a jerk. Not if you're gonna be nice. Anyway, well, I think that's gonna be it for us. Oh, sorry, you got something?
I was gonna say I have to go get started on dinner. So
okay, well, that's gonna be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. It has been a time, and we're all getting through it. I'm happy to see y'all here, and it's good. It's good for people to come back. It's good for people to suggest things. It's good for people to share the love for things that are worth loving. When you come back next time, we got more stuff coming up this week. A little surprise, here and there perhaps. I'm gonna finish routine. I swear to you, we're gonna get. Well, I was gonna say we're gonna get off the moon. I can see the shape of the narrative. We're gonna reach the end of the narrative. I suspect we are not, in fact, going to be leaving the moon. We're gonna check out some new stuff. There are so many games that I mean to get to, and it's harder than ever to get to them. But I'm working on it. Get some X-rays done. My body is going to get fixed. We're gonna turn it around, and things are gonna be better. So come back.
Doing a good job.
Thank you. Come back for videos and stuff next weekend. Of course, another brilliant stream. Go forth into the world. Find things to love. Bring that energy back to us, and we'll see you then.